of December 2nd birthday decode. So we're talking about Annabelle and like the energies of the two braids in my dream with Blade the other night. And so I was like, let me go into this portal. So John Leguizamo, 722, Mary Magdalene's feast day, 722, which goes into Selena Gomez, who's 722 birthday. So my birthday is 227, so I'm like the reverse curse. So Patrick Swayze, he passed away, ghosts, so conjuring things, like, The Conjuring. So Danielle Spencer was in my dream, and linked to Cecil Fadiman. And if you look her up, it's like when the Haitians were doing revolution and going through things, they had to do a lot of rituals on top of it. So I was like, okay, she reminds me of her. So it makes sense because when I was hospital napped February 13 at Fort Campbell, 227 birthday in 2019, this is one of the energies that helped me like cross over, like not get stuck in the hospital unalived. So Octavia Spencer on the help, when I tell you about Rosie the robot being the help, right? So that's the same, Spencer. I kept saying Spencer, Spencer, Spencer. Princess Diana is from like the Spencer, like her last name is really Spencer. So it's this thing with Diana Prince, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, Anton LaVey. So this is what they're conjuring up. So Beau Biden, son of Joe Biden, passed away May 30th, like barbecue May 30th, who they put a bounty on in Haiti because he's running things over there. And barbecue, like barbecue 814 is the ritual, Boss Chem ritual, where they took out a black pig in order to start the revolution 821. So when J.D. Vance starts this whole Haitian thing, they eyes on him right now. If you remember, there's a TV show, I don't know if you ever heard of it, it's called Extant. Extant has Halle Berry in it. And there's this other guy named J.D. Richter in it. So this whole thing with the aliens meets the robots, meets Halle Berry, meets Gothica is going on now. And Naomi Biden, 1218, that's when she passed away. That's Joe Biden's 1-year-old daughter. I believe she was in my dream just the other day because 8/11 was 8/11 when she passed away, or 11/8. November 8th is August 11th. So in my dream it was like a baby. So it's like this energy. So that leads me to Fort Hood and John Bell Hood. I remember I mentioned Tevin Hood, the rapper that passed away, Rashida Kirk, Love and Hip Hop thing going on, like Ace Hood, who's Haitian. So remember Vanessa Guillen, right? What happened to her at Fort Hood? That was part of the spiritual things going on. Marilyn Monroe, June 1st, John Bell. So this is the energy. Kentucky, where the house went at me, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Hopkinsville, Kentucky, the witch hunters. And he passed away in New Orleans, the two braids, the red head dress run, Mary Laveau. So remember Poltergeist. It's like John Benet Ramsey, real life story. Heather Rourke, she passed away. She was in the movie. So basically the snow, President Snow, the snow on the TV. Or Snow White, Gal Gadot, Anton LaVey, 430. This energy right here. So this whole thing is happening like spiritually and in real life. So the guy over in Fort Stewart, like Sophia Stewart, the Matrix, he took out some people. His name is Cornelius Radford. If you watch War of the Worlds, that's his name. Last name is Radford and it just came out, right? Cornelius, they canceled Soul Train. Who was the person who did Soul Train? Cornelius. The Soul Train line. Soul, your destiny, your energy. This is for December 2nd birthday decode. It goes on because it's so long because Britney Spears' energy is used for a lot of things. So Billie Eilish, born 12/18, the car accident day of Beau Biden's wife, child, and kids in the car. Wife, child did not make it, but the two boys did. So Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Because her name is Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell. And she played in Hunger Games, and her name is Lucy Baird. So the original War of the Worlds, Tom Cruise. So this is like, that came out June 29th, right? June 29th was the other date he think he was born, which is the other War of the Worlds debut. See, June 29th. So I think about Pirates of the Caribbean, I think about Johnny Depp and Michael J. Fox and time traveling. The Caribbean, the Haiti, the Caribbean, Virgin Islands, Jeffrey Epstein. So I think about this guy who just passed away, Fort Worth, Texas. His name is Brandon Blackstock, like black, souls, the stock, the money, the dollar, the dolls, the Annabelles. So Michael J. Fox just reminds me of that, like Black Rock, Blackstock. And Kelly Clarkson is the ex-wife of Blackstock. Ice Cube plays in that War of the World new movie. Mary Laveau, Ice Cube, June 15th. Another person that plays in it is Andrea Savage, reminds me of Rihanna, Savage Fenty. They have the same birthday. So again, a lot of these things are crossing over to real life. So when you understand them, you kind of be like, okay, spiritually, you won't be like aggravated by repeating news and stuff. You just kind of know for your 12/2 birthday what it all means with the Matrix, Sophia Stewart, the energy of the War of the World, Cornelius, Soul Train, and Purgatory in the middle. The Real Housewives. That's why they have the Real Housewives, Eva Longoria in it. Because Nephthys is Pisces, I'm Pisces, and we're like the housewives. We are the women of the house. We are getting people through the spiritual realm, and because they're trying to trap people in the middle or take their places. It's the astral realm, Mami Wata, June 25th, Michael Jackson portal. So back to Billie Eilish, right? December 18th. Billie Eilish, Pirate, Bard, O'Connell. Zebulon Bard Vance, like J.D. Vance, like his doppelganger, May 13th to April 14th. The same energy. Lucy Graybird, this is what's going on. Taylor Swift, the guitar, the singing, the spiritual energy, using music to kind of get people through, but then not giving us the best music sometimes. But I like Billie Eilish music, you know? She does Ocean Eyes, Pirates of the Caribbean. Ocean Eyes, the eyes of the ocean. Haiti. That's why British Virgin Islands, where Jeffrey Epstein was, trying to harvest the Scottish Freemasonry redhead energy, the spiritual energy of Lemuria, Egypt, West Africa, Scottish Freemasonry, all that. So the curse of the Black Pearl. Remember in Valerian and Thousand Planets, the pearl they put in the head, the pearl they needed. So when we talk about Judy the robot and Sophia the robot, these are like the energies they're using. Some people's DNA just comes from certain places they're pulling from. They want to know what's happening in the spiritual realm. They want to get to the pearly gates of heaven. They keep staring at the gates and can't get in because Anubis, the dog, is there. We're all like, y'all can't get in the future heaven on earth because it's going to be on earth. It's not going to be somewhere imaginary. It's future heaven on earth. But you have to make it there energetically. That's why Judge Judy was in my dream. Ma'at, September, the judgment day. Weighing of the heart and the feather. Birds of feather flock together. Birds of prey. We've been talking about birds of prey and Rosie Perez and Journey Smollett because we are like the wings of Isis, Osiris, Nephthys, the angels, trying to get you through purgatory to get to future heaven on earth because we don't want to leave no one behind, you know? Society of Cincinnati, May 13th, goes with like the Lemurian festivals, May 13th. So the lady, Lonnie Anderson, dying, W. Carey in Cincinnati, as well as the girl from The Walking Dead being from Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, basically J.D. Vance, you know, where Haitian people were sent and they doing some things over there spiritually against them. And Haitian people were like, oh, okay. Paraphernalia, another ritual about the same thing about Lemurians. Christina Ricci, the original Wednesday Adam, February 12th, the day before the Lemurian ritual. February 13th, I was hospital nap for Campbell, Kentucky, and I'm Haitian, so you already know there's a lot going on. So it makes sense why I would like see Vanessa Guillen and see these people in my dream because it's all in the same spiritual energy. So I know I'm 227, I did my birthday decode. I understand at least 100 of them by now because I've done birthday decodes. All you have to do is at least understand your birthday decode first before you try to understand others. This is for December 2nd birthday, which is also Britney Spears' birthday. So George Michael would be on the portal because December, June 25th, Mami Wata. You got to have faith, you know. Faith is one of St. Sophia's daughters. St. Sophia has 3 daughters, Faith, Charity, Love, and another one, Hope. She has 3, but those are, sometimes they use Charity, sometimes Love. So this goes back to like Richie Rich, Macaulay Culkin, Heather O'Rourke, and like Baron Trump, like Baron Samedi, or Baron, you know, like that time traveler of the book that they're in. Dennis the Menace, Hank Ketchum. So Dennis the Menace. If you look up Ketchum, it goes back to Amityville Horror and what happened on that land, which is why it's so haunted, with the Ketchum family. Think about Ketchup, Haynes, and Hunt, like Kent Mystic and the Hunt child. Goes with like St. Dennis, which is based off Denise, like Denise Huxtable, Brave New World, and Huxley. So a lot of it has to do with John Benet Ramsey and her portraying John Benet Ramsey, both of them getting taken out spiritually, and the blonde hair, blue eyes energy. and the redhead NG, and the mayor